So what on earth could a giant, room-sized computer from 1946 possibly have to do with the future of your brand? I know, it sounds like a massive stretch, right? But the answer reveals something absolutely fundamental about how to win in the age of AI. Let's get into it.
We're about to connect 2 points in time that are almost 80 years apart. From the very dawn of modern computing to the AI revolution we're all living through right now. And the bridge between them? It all comes down to a single idea: processing speed. And once you get it, it's going to change how you think about your brand's identity online.
To really understand the future, we have to jump in our time machine and go way back. Our story kicks off just after World War II, at a moment that would set the stage for, well, pretty much everything that came next.
Okay, picture this. You're at the University of Pennsylvania. A bunch of reporters are gathered around to see this thing they've been hearing whispers about. A machine that they're told will change calculation forever. And in the middle of the room is this massive, humming metal beast.
That beast was called ENIAC. And this number, 17,468, that's how many vacuum tubes were packed inside of it. I mean, this thing was a monster, filling an entire room with wires, switches, and all sorts of hardware.
But this number, this is where the magic happens. ENIAC could perform 5,000 operations, like adding or multiplying, every single second. For that time, a speed like that wasn't just fast, it was completely unimaginable.
And they put this power on full display. They gave ENIAC a really complex ballistics problem, a task that took a highly skilled person whose job title was literally a computer, a full 20 hours to solve. The machine spat out the answer in just 30 seconds. A quantum leap right there.
But here's the thing. The secret sauce wasn't just the raw speed. It was how ENIAC was able to be that fast. And that how is the golden thread that connects it directly to the AI you're using today.
This quote right here, this is the core idea of this entire explainer. It's the key that unlocks why some brands just click with AI systems while others get totally misunderstood. It's all about structure versus narrative.
See, ENIAC didn't think like we do. It had zero understanding of what a missile's trajectory actually was. It only understood one thing: numbers and instructions laid out in a perfectly logical, machine-readable way. The information had to be structured just for it.
And that was the simple, black-and-white reality of it. You feed ENIAC a problem that's been translated into its language, the language of pure structure, and you get an answer almost instantly. But if you give it something messy or unclear, it just breaks. Total failure.
So how does a computer from the 40s have anything to do with today? Well, that exact same principle, that structure unlocks incredible speed, is precisely how modern AI systems work when they come across your brand online.
Which brings us right to the big question. After this little history trip, what does this old, room-sized calculator really have to do with your marketing, your content, your entire brand identity in 2024? The answer is everything.
The answer is this idea: a machine-optimized identity. It sounds kind of technical, but all it really means is that you're preparing your brand's information just like they prepared calculations for ENIAC. It's about intentionally designing your brand's data so a machine can process it instantly, instead of just writing for a human to read later.
So how does this actually work in the real world? Well, when an AI, like ChatGPT or Gemini, looks at your brand, it processes what it finds at 3 very different speeds.
It's called the Computational Processing Hierarchy. Tier 1, that's what we call ENIAC speed. It's stuff like schema markup that an AI can understand in microseconds, no guesswork needed. But Tier 3, that's the total opposite. That's human calculator speed. It's your long-form, unstructured story that forces the AI to read, interpret, and guess. It's slow, and it's where mistakes happen.
This table really shows you the trade-off. As you go down the tiers, the processing gets way slower, and the amount of interpretation the AI has to do goes way up. Tier 1 requires zero interpretation. It's just pure data. But by Tier 3, the AI is working overtime trying to figure out what your conversational text actually means. And that's where things get messy.
So what this really means is that you now have 2 audiences you have to create for. Your human readers, of course, but also this new machine audience that is increasingly the gatekeeper to those humans.
Now, let's be super clear. This does not mean you have to start writing like a robot. Not at all. It's about adding a computational layer on top of your human-friendly content. Think about it.
Things like clear headlines, bullet points, and tables, they help machines read faster, and they make things way clearer for people too. Everybody wins.
So, what do you need to do? You've got to add that computational layer with things like schema. You have to structure your content for absolute clarity. At the end of the day, you have to serve both the machine and the human. And always, always remember this. In the world of AI, speed equals accuracy. The faster and more precisely an AI can process your information, the more accurately it's going to talk about.
And that leaves us with one final big question for you to chew on. Take a hard look at your own brand, your website, your content. Is it only built for the slow, interpretive pace of a human, or is it also optimized for the lightning-fast, structured pace of the machine? Because honestly, the answer to that question is probably going to define your future.